Now, although David Gregor's testimony was brief, it gives us an opportunity to look ahead at the defense's case. And with us to discuss it is trial attorney Alexis Rosenberg and criminal defense attorney Bob Mata. Now, Bob, let me start with you because people handle grief differently. But the prosecution's going to imply that Gregor was trying to flee after Corey's death. And in addition to this testimony, it was revealed that Gregor had some search history, like can red marks turn into bruises? Can your phone be tracked in airplane mode? Did the defendant's father do anything substantial for the defendant's case, or did he hurt
it? I think I'm kind of ambivalent. I don't know that he really helped or hurt. I think that ultimately, like you said, kind of the bigger focus seems to be by the state is Christopher's reactions to his son's death, which, anytime you have a case like this where we really don't know what happened, I mean, we're really everyone through the experts and the medical examiners, and ultimately, I'm assuming your husband will be coming to conclusions as to what really caused the death here, so they have to rely on kind of the circumstantial evidence that exists. And they're always going to look at the behavior of a parent in particular with respect to how are they responding when they come to realize that their child has died. And I think that they're weighing heavily on that and relying on that and hoping that the jury will find that it's unusual. And to be honest with you, I have 4 kids. I would be a puddle. I don't know how I'd be responding. I don't know if I could be in the room. It's like easy to sit here and judge from the sidelines when you're not going through what this particular gentleman and defendant went through in that moment in time as to how you'd respond. So it always makes me nervous in cases like this when they're relying on that type of evidence so heavily. Yeah.
Now, Alexis, Corey Machelo's the cause of death is the crux of this case, and we know medical examiners will be crucial witnesses on both sides of the coin. Do you think Christopher Gregor should join the defense case on that stand?
No, I do not think the defendant should get on the stand in this case. I mean, I have to disagree with Bob. I think the fact that his father says he's going to call the police and he takes off to another state, I think that's a problem. I think that's a huge problem. Even though as he sits there and what we're witnessing, he appears to be upset. The father's testifying he's upset. But also the key thing, the father, when he was asked whether he had seen the treadmill video, he said, no, I don't want to watch my grandson being harmed. So, I mean, that's very, very telling. So, no, I do not think the defendant should take the stand in this case at all.
Okay, so back to you, Bob. When you have defense witnesses being called in the midst of the state case, could that become confusing to the jury as to what the proofs are for each side?
Absolutely, especially when it comes to if it's going to be forensic evidence. And I know that the issue is, I think that one of their witnesses is a forensic guy that can't testify until the 22nd. So they've allowed the defense to put some witnesses. I think it could be very, very confusing to the jury, especially in light of the fact that it's going to be technical testimony in terms of, because jurors just don't understand the system. Like I went through 20 years of practice and I came to realize very quickly that my clients rarely knew what was going on in court, which my defendants are the equivalent to the jurors. Lay people just do not understand how the system works. It's going to be left to the judge really to give some clear instructions to the jurors so that they understand exactly what's going on. But does that cure what's going on in their minds in terms of it being scrambled? I don't know.
All right, we're going to have to see, and I want to thank both of you for weighing in, and we'll continue to monitor the latest developments in this most tragic case out of Ocean County, New Jersey. In the meantime, the child custody murder trial streams live on our YouTube channel each day. They're in session, so make sure you head there for gavel-to-gavel coverage. You're watching Law and Crime.